This episode is supported by Skillshare. Hi everyone, it's Justine. Welcome to this channel if you're new. This is a video I now do once a month. I share what inspired me and what I've been doing, and then you can share your own highlights in the comments. It's like a forum, but better. Let's start and you'll see. I went to Matera. It's a little town in the south of Italy where the houses are caved, carved into the rock. Before I tell you more about this, here is a short video to give you an impression of what the town looks like. Matera is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which will become the European Capital of Culture this year. It's a labyrinth where the first human settlements date back to prehistory. The churches especially struck me there. They're completely unfinished, just partially carved into the mountain. They look like caverns, very primitive and unstable, where you can see the moss growing and the roots coming out through the stone. The religious paintings are done directly on the rock, and moss is literally growing over them as if nature is trying to win back the caves. Fascinating. Then I heard of the concept of wabi-sabi. It's a word that defines the aesthetic of things in traditional Japanese culture. I found this book, which is called very practically Wabi-sabi for artists, designers, poets and philosophers by Leonard Cohen. So it's exactly what I needed. It explains extremely clearly what wabi-sabi means, which is everything in this world is in fact incomplete, imperfect and non-permanent. So for the Japanese aesthetic, beauty can be found in the very simple things, discrete things, not bling bling. For instance, the moss that grows on an old piece of wood in the shade somewhere in a forest. And that vision of things made me think of the churches in Matera again, and suddenly it all made sense. You know, in Western cultures we're influenced by the wish for perfect beauty that we learned from ancient Greece, from their perfect, aesthetic, symmetrical statues. The Japanese see it completely differently. So this book will give you a new perspective. This month I found a great audiobook about fostering the creativity in you. It's called The Artist Way at Work. There was a theory book called The Artist Way, the first one, which is a bestseller, and then they added this one, which is the method to really unleash your creativity in practice. So everyone has unique skills, you just need to let the child in you come out and play. And they give very concrete tools to achieve that. For instance, timeouts. They call that weekly moments of deliberate frivolity, where you simply go and explore things that you're curious about. Not for self-improvement, but for fun. Cool, huh? They also talk about writing morning pages to learn to dump the negativity and to acknowledge your negative thoughts. They give tips and tricks like that, very easy to apply. I found this audiobook incredibly helpful. Then 2 weeks ago, S-Mod, one of the famous fashion schools in Berlin, was having a sale. They were getting rid of equipment, sewing machines, dress forms, etc. So on a Saturday in April, I went dress form shopping. It was fun. There was a room for each thing. So one room full of dress forms, one room full of body parts. So people will walk out with a leg in size 12 or an arm in size 8 under their arms. In another room, there were fabrics, rolls, endless. There were ironing boards, sewing machines in another room. I got a great rack to put in my office with wheels to hang up clothes. It's very easy to move around, a total bargain. I was super happy I found it. And I also got an old Pfaff sewing machine in excellent condition. Really, it's fast, it can do so many different stitches. It has the number 15 on it. What I didn't know at the beginning was that the school wasn't simply replacing their equipment, they were closing down forever. So that sales day was actually a sad day for the people working there and for the students. And it's also bad for Berlin as a fashion city to lose a school like that. But to whoever used to sew on the path number 15, please know that it's in good hands and that I will take good care of it. Now it's time for the highlights that you wrote under last month's video. Fantastic suggestions in there. You might know Ludovico Einaudi, he's a composer and a pianist. His album Taranta project is a wonderful, unlikely, captivating, unique mix of cultural genres. It's a hybrid thing in terms of music, which I've been listening to on repeat the whole month while performing tasks that don't require my brain, so I can focus on the music instead. It's not a background music, it's something that you really listen to and enjoy actively. It's available on Spotify. If you have it, you will find it there. Then Erin Meyer's book, The Culture Map, explains the differences between each culture in the world. It explains basically why if you put a Japanese person, a French person, and an American person together on one team, you will probably have misunderstandings. If you've been working abroad or in multicultural teams, you probably know what I'm talking about. The movie Shape of Water, which you probably heard about, is a fantasy drama, a beautiful movie, which ended up winning several prizes this year. It's very poetic, it's beautiful, it went straight to my heart. There were so many more great tips that it's a pity to end the list here, really. I will put a link to the previous video here and in the description below. I recommend that you go through the comments. It's really a wealth of ideas, more than enough for a full month of inspiration. Last but not least, I'd like to introduce a website where you can learn new skills. It's called Skillshare. They have over 20,000 classes sorted by topic. For instance, let's say you want to learn photography, which is my goal for this year. You can do food photography, blogger photography, portraits, improve your composition, etc. I like that each class is short and specific. I prefer that than having a huge learn photography from A to Z block. You can bookmark the classes you're interested in and build your own learning list. Skillshare works on a monthly fee basis. Once you're a premium member, you have unlimited access to all classes. Creative classes, tech, business classes, whatever you want to learn. Now, why are they sponsoring this video? What's in it for you? They're giving away 2 months of membership for free to the first 500 people who sign up. I will put a special link for that in the description below. It's first come, first serve, so I hope that everyone who is interested will get the deal. This is all I have for you today. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. If you wish to share your own creative highlights with everyone here and with me, please do so. Comment below using the hashtag creative highlights. That helps me find it in all the comments. Thanks again for all your great inspiring tips last month. The video is linked down below and here in the corner. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and take care. Bye.